Alright guys, what is up? It is Gnomes. Here I am in game number 2 of Alakhami vs Zeya. Game number 1 was on Elemental Plateaus, and Zeya did take that win, did clinch it out. Now we'll see how this one goes. It is a very open map, so knockbacks aren't nearly as good. In that last game we saw how well knockbacks did, right? Zeya had sweep as well as the slam from the charge on his Demolisher. And that sweep is really what was so insane, in at least partially in that game, where he was able to sweep champions that are incorporeal over chasms. The whole threat of constantly having to sweep into the lava, right? The whole time Alakhami had to somehow play around that, right? Somehow try to play around the sweeps that were coming. But now he won't have to deal with that at all in this map. This map is very hard to get good knockbacks to go because it's such an open locate or map. You can always kind of play around it. You can always be very spread out, and you won't be in too much danger. The only time when knockback kind of overwhelms is when you're at like 5 knockbacks. Once you have 5 knockbacks, you can't play around it anymore, right? Or pull a knockback, for example. But what we do see from the deploys already from Alakhami is we see that escalation going on that Dust Shaman that states, as well as this Angel of Nourishment, 2 great starting champions, right? This says, you know what? I'm already going to get intensified soon. So once I'm intensified, I'm a very hard to kill champion. I'll have Transfer Life, Regen 3, Dispelling Blows. I'll just be annoying for the rest of the game. I'll basically never die because he'll be at 3 defense, right? With that Hunter Walker, 7 speed. And then his damage won't be insane, especially against SL, right? You do have Hunter Flying, which give you 2 more damage, but even then, your damage isn't insane as an Angel, but you're never dying, and you're just cleansing and healing for the rest of the game, basically. And we have this, late game escalation going. Already has 2 stacks, so we'll have to see how he actually deals with this. We also have the Draxler Archer, though, on the side of Zeya, so that's his kind of response. He's saying, hey, if you're going to get ranged out, so will I. Now, this is a Draxler, and so is the Commander Ninsk. So it's a bit hard to see because, first of all, this is the limited edition version, which is kind of dope. But this is a Draxler and a Construct, so he can get the Violent off from him. Now, I wonder, though, because he's so afraid, right? That's the suckiest thing here about being turn 2, is he's like, or is he turn... Or maybe he wasn't turn 2. I'm confused. But he can get into the top font, sure, but then he's leaving this font completely wide open for the Murkwater to just move in. Especially because we have this Grant Action Potion, right? With Grant Action Potion, he can just move into here whenever he wants, Now, Combat Awareness. Yeah, he's just... Yeah, the thing is, this is where deploys might have been a bit bad. He said, I think Zeya thought, he's like, you know what? You played 2 late game champions, Dust Shaman and Angel of Nourishment, and I can't verse that unless I have late game, right? So he plays the Valdak, but then now he has to be afraid of the Murkwater just moving into his font and him not having enough damage to deal with it in a timely manner. That's why he has a retreat here. If he had a scary champion that he deployed here instead of Valdak, right? So maybe if he had some scary, SL beater here, then he wouldn't. Then he could have moved forward with a Ninsk, but now he couldn't. All right, so we have that Grand Action Potion. Now this will give Prophetic Balance over to Valdak, right? So that will give 4 AP to Valdak, which would then allow Summon Dragon and an attack. Also, look at this, three champions. Yeah, there you go. There's a Prophetic Balance going out. But it's gonna engage. Okay, he's stuck actually. Yeah, this Valdak is stuck. He can't move. He can play a Summon Dragon, but that's it. 2 damage only. Now phase shift possibly. He can't use Barrage actually because of this impenetrable. The impenetrable coming out from the Chilean, and that also makes it so that there can't be Yeah, I guess that's it. Just the barrage. Yeah, but he's just so far behind already. He also, I don't know why it's 3 champions to 5. That's something I don't understand. What is, yes, the champion's a bit tanky, or a lot of Nora, but so is this, right? 82 versus 83, they're even. So why does he have 73, 72, but then he has 66, 76, 76, 72, right? He should have at least one more champion on the board. Was he storing up or something? For like a Vindrax or something? I don't know why he wasn't able to deploy last turn. Wow, he's actually going to double tap the Murkwater. He wants to get him off the font, that's why. He's saying, you know, I need you out of here. I thought he would go for the Dust Shaman. But, there could be a divert as well, right? Maybe that's why. Move up one, just so you're not stuck here for the rest of the game. You can at least move next turn. Alright, there's the Skizzik Drummer. Next turn you can use Battle Drum. And that could be a swing turn, but I think Alakhami is going to, you know, play around it. Is he going to attack twice? Because if he attacks twice, he has to be afraid here of the possible return. But this is relatively a good play, right? Because he's surrounding this. He actually misplayed this. He should have moved with Commander after he attacked again. This is a bit of a misplay. He lost 1 damage that way. He lost the Violent. Oh, he's a heal, right? He's just going to heal. Huh. He can heal for 12, and he's just relatively tanky, right? He's at 4 defense. Like, as SL, you kind of want to be the aggressor. It's weird how SL and UD work is both factions want to play aggressively, in my opinion at least. SL and UD want to play aggressively. But UD wants to be aggressive and kill things, whereas SL wants to play aggressively and just kind of stay in your font or stay in your face. SL wants to have protracted fights as well, and then kind of just keep regenning, right? SL wants to regen slowly and also just die slowly. I mean, he's going to take 12. Yeah, he's going to take 12 damage, or I guess he'll take 10 damage, but then he'll take jolt damage as well. But like I feel like if there's one, you know, reverberating blast, it's just GG, because it's gonna hit him and him, or is it him and him? I'm not even sure. But one reverb and this game's over, because the archer, he needs the archer to deal damage, and the archer just can't deal damage if it's stunned, obviously. Possibly a good idea would have been to keep to deploy this homunculus over here, just so that the homunculus is always next to the archer. So whenever he tries to stun the archer, it will not stun the archer instead, right? It would stun like Valdak and homunculus, archer and homunculus, or drummer and homunculus if he plays it right. But I don't know, hard to say. But now what, right? I mean, this thing's still tanky. There's no Draxar, so this champion is not even gaining damage. And actually only has 5 speed. Ha! From Debilitate. Debilitate on this Shaman doing work. Now, we can see a Battle Drum into a Quicken. But he doesn't attack. He doesn't have the... Yeah, he has to play Quickening here, though. He needs this kill, right? And then he has to move forward with the Valdak. And play Divert on the Archer as well, obviously. I wonder why I didn't play Divert last turn. Did he play it by accident on this Ninsk or something? Or just forget about it? But this has to be a Quickening into a kill. He's calculating, I think. But this would be, let's see, -4. Oh, he's not playing Quickening? Does he not have it? The Nora or something? Or the Deploy? Quickening would get this kill. But now, I don't think he has it. Because he didn't move last turn, so this Valdak can't attack. If the Valdak had mobility, then he doesn't need the Quickening. But because he can't move to attack him, he attacks once, but it's just not enough. If he plays a Quicken, that also works, actually. Doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't, actually. He doesn't have the damage. No, he needed the Quickening. He needed the Quickening. Yeah, so in 10 damage. Because he's so tanky. So tanky. And now what? He's at 15 health. He needs this kill. He has Divert on the Archer probably now, though. But Murkwater is here another turn. This Valdak is here, just stuck here. Alright, there's a heal. Alright, what's that? Why would you play that? He plays Horrific Mutation on the Valdak. I'm not sure why. He wants to keep the Valdak alive? He's afraid of Valdak dying here, I guess. Yeah, with the slam and the double taps. He's afraid of the Valdak dying, so he plays Horrific Mutation for the Horrific Aura. Ooh, he's gonna Metamorphosis into a kill? He's at 60 health, though, right? You're not really killing this turn. Maybe next turn, though. There's no cleanse right now in SL, too. I mean, yeah, okay, they have the Dragon God Staff. But, I mean, this is just GG, right? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 champions versus 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's 2 champions up, and it's 3 fonts to 1. This should be just a quick game. A quick, easy win for Alakhami. Oh, that heals him, by the way. Spell Surge. Heals him for 8. And that makes him have 1 damage. 1 damage. He can use the Transfer Life next turn. Look at this, 67 health right now on this champion. Now, is the Divert there? No? I'm so confused. I thought there was a Divert played. Must have missed it. Or did it happen already when he attacked the Ninsk? I don't know. He played the spell. He played the Murkwater Weakness and still has enough Nora for the Elite. That's how far ahead he is. There's the Divert. Yeah, so it was on the Ninsk. Okay. And thing is, the Cleanse was just played, right? So he waited for this Healing Breath to be played to use the Metamorphosis, which is really smart of Alakhami. Yeah, okay. There's the Horrific Aura. Barely even needed, though, right? Because he stopped 1 attack. The other champions didn't even attack this Valdak. He could have moved up 1 again, actually. He could have moved here if he wanted. Alright, last turn. He would need like 2 kills. Oh, this champion also has Debilitate. Debilitate plus that Murkwater Weakness. Huh, that's cool. Yeah, this champion's not even attacking. Even if he does, it's 1 damage. And he needs the Cleanse for both the Ninsk as well as the Archer. You can play Flourish. So they have the mobility. He's actually doesn't get distracted though because he's a hero. He has Iron Will. But he has the mobility now on the Valdak, so Valdak can double tap. But I mean, he's attacking a tank, you know. All right, there's the Cleanse. But what's he gonna go for? This champion is evasive, so he can't attack it with these champs. Yeah, he's going for the Murkwater here. He needs... Does he have the kill? Oh no, he was engaged. He can't... The Ninsk can't get through here. Otherwise it could attack twice. Or attack once. But nah. That means that the Murkwater is not even dead. We could just see a Fawn of Restoration to heal him back to full. Alright, that was nice though. He does cause the... Divert to go onto the Commander Ninsk, but it doesn't really matter because it was 1 damage anyway, right? It's Nisk actually, by the way, not Ninsk. It's Nisk. Commander Nisk. I misread that. He's still... No, he's not. Okay. Nisk. Healing Breath is up in 2 turns. But that's just GG. Easy game, really. It was deploy choices, right? This is one of those games where it feels like FS is OP. Whoa. What is that? Cancel magic against Eruption. Ah. That was cool. But it feels like FS is OP, but really it was just bad deploy choices by Zeya, right? He played Valdak, Nisk, Archer, and had nothing to deal. And then he also had extremely bad positioning with the Valdak, right? The Valdak was here, and that made stuck. Ooh, nice knockback. Had to move back 1 though. Dealt a lot of damage to his own Slick and Buzz. But yeah, the Valdec positioning plus the deploy choices of Valdec in the first place made it so he had nothing to deal with this Murkwater. Murkwater literally didn't die even though it was sitting in this font for 4 turns versus 4 champions, right? This was in the font for 4 turns against 4 champions, and it did not die because of the healing, because of the positioning of the Valdec where he just couldn't move. He had no counters, right? And he just, yeah. Also, what was really strong was the Premonition. The Premonition helped stop the Barrage. The Barrage might have been able to like kill this champion faster. But he also was just 1 champion down. I found that weird. It was 4 versus 3, and I was like kind of confused as to why Zeya only had 3 champions on the board. Even against FS, he shouldn't be a full champion down, you know? Double tap into phase shift. Ooh, nice flood that hits the drummer into the font. And this champion, oh, he's just, you know, I'm not gonna die this game. I'm a 66 Nora tank. I still don't like it. I mean, I'm okay with this champion. I don't find it amazing. I guess with Spell Surge he's good, but because it costs less then, right? So this is now a 56 Nora champion because of the 1 Spell Surge play. I guess if you play like double Spell Surge, then this champion's really good. But if you only play 1 Spell Surge, is it still worth it for the heal and the reduced cost of the spell? I don't know. I mean, it was good here, especially Murkwater Frenzy working with the other Snaptooth he plays. So maybe it is worth it. It's like half Snaptooth, half meta. Kind of a cool idea here. Half Snaptooth, half meta. Because so many of the Snaptooth are just really good, right? This one, obviously. There you go. GG.